backyard is beautiful,
Look at that view.
but this family's basement is singing the blues.
Gloomy, no one wants to be there.
So we're going coastal
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
to create a nature-inspired East Coast retreat.
I love it.
Siham and Elicia have an incredible house on the lake, but there is nothing incredible about their basement rec room, and we're gonna fix it for them.
We've been here for almost 3 years now. We like this spot in particular because of the lake.
Ever since we were younger, my brother, my dad, we always went camping. Just being outdoors is part of what we've done. We always wanted to live somewhere that we felt like we were connected to nature.
We enjoyed the outdoors, we're in the city, but when we go out in the backyard, we just have this beautiful view. It's worth a lot to us, I think, yeah.
The rec room was never fixed in our house. It's a bit stuffy and gloomy and dark, and no one wants to be there. I think my mom and I both kind of have a passion for designing.
My husband and my son, they have their own ideas, but
Whatever we say
goes.
And while the men are away, this mother-daughter duo have called me in to make their basement more eco-family friendly.
Here is the room, Samantha. This
Oh.
is what we're looking at.
This is charming.
It's a big, spacious room.
It is.
But everything that doesn't fit in the house, it just gets dumped here.
I've inherited all the hand-me-downs. What are you planning on using the room for?
We had different views about using the room.
Me and my brother wanted it more of a hangout for our friends. TV, games, pool table, foosball.
You want to turn this into like a bar.
Exactly. I tried.
We reach a compromise. It would be nice that we can use it for everybody, older people and younger people.
So really you want everything in the space.
Yes.
To make the whole family happy, I'm calling in my crew for some eco-inspiration from Julia and constructive ideas from Christian.
I can't wait to see this place.
Oh, it's just an
Sounds
incredible waterfront property
Wow.
in the city. The whole family lives there. The men are out of town, so the women are in charge. Siham and Elicia want this to be a real meeting place in the house, and right now nobody wants to go down there because it's so dark and gloomy.
I see what you mean. It is a bit dark, isn't it?
You know what's making it dark? The brick.
Yeah.
Mm.
It doesn't feel homey. It doesn't feel comfortable.
So are you open to painting it?
Definitely. Definitely.
I like that answer. How do you feel about color?
Oh.
Seeing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Another point of contention.
If you go in my room, it's bright purple, and everywhere else around the house is beige and off-white.
Even my husband tells me, there aren't enough colors around the house. But I hope it's not going to be
Red.
yeah, any of these bright, bright colors.
We're gonna have to come to some sort of compromise.
Yeah.
I think all the brick gets painted in a soft white color. And then I was thinking of maybe painting the ceiling in a soft blue. One of these two colors.
It has that beachy, outdoorsy kind of feel to it.
Kind of like you're in the Hamptons.
That's right. I'm looking at this yellow brick on top of the fireplace and wondering what that is.
There is this funky paint treatment. Did you do this?
My dad attempted to make it look better. It needs to be fixed a bit.
It was
Yeah.
a good attempt to make the space more cheerful by adding the yellows. And then I'm just not sure about the dark part of the mantle.
I like the mantle. I'd like to keep it.
Yes.
I'm not sure about the color.
Right now, they've accented something that I don't think you really want to notice. Let's just make it much more cohesive and unified, keep it all in a soft white.
You might just want to freshen up the finish on the wood a little bit here, right?
I agree. You've got quite a few mismatched pieces, which isn't a bad thing. But you have the wicker sofa, you've got that floral wing chair, and then I love this blue leather sofa that's back here. Can I work with everything that you've got in the space?
I'd
or-
like to recycle anything we can.
Do you want to go look for different upholstery options?
A lot of their furniture needs to be recovered, and I definitely think that pillows will really make the space.
Sure.
Lots of fabric. See how they have all those bookcases against the wall?
Yeah.
They don't look right to me.
They're sort of an odd fit, aren't they?
They're covering the plate rail, and that's why I think that they're so strange.
I'd rather not have it that high. We had lots of books, so we thought we'll keep it here until we find another solution. If we can change them, I would be happier.
Tell me what you think, Christian. I think that they should be lowered to about the 3rd shelf height. That way you can see the brick, especially once we've painted it.
How about if we pick up some store-bought shelves? By fastening a number of them together, we can get something that looks like a really high-end, built-in custom cabinetry.
I like it. I also like that the shelves are going to help us with our floor plan and our furniture arrangement.
Yes.
Decorating this family room has been a little bit of a challenge because Siham and Elicia wanted to have many different functions.
To tackle this large room, we're breaking it into zones. An artist area near the French doors will inspire Alicia's dad to paint his next masterpiece. The entertainment zone will remain anchored around a newly painted fireplace, and we'll rework some of Siham's furniture, mixing in new fabrics inspired by the seaside. Alicia's getting her wish for more fun and games, with a rustic harvest table for playing cards or casual dinners. And this family loves their books but dislikes their shelves, so Christian's customizing new lower ones that will read beautifully.
With all of the different functions, everyone in the family is going to feel equally at home in this space.
Mother and daughter Siham and Elicia have different demands for their family basement.
If you go in my room, it's bright purple.
We're going to have to come to some sort of compromise.
Yeah.
So we're giving them a green seaside scheme that will satisfy everyone.
Kind of like you're in the Hamptons.
The key to a breezy beach look is all in the fabrics, the perfect starting point for our scheme.
I think that we need vibrant blues, like ocean blues. I think we need to find a different aisle. Siham really likes soft whites.
Okay.
And Elicia likes vibrant color. Oh, Jules, see, this is what I'm thinking of. The sky blues, the royal blues.
I love here, look at all the gradations of blues in this one flower.
And I like that it has a soft, sort of sandy toned linen ground.
Yes.
Why don't I let you handle the blues and
Okay.
I'll go look at some neutrals. We'll divide and conquer.
Good idea.
This is the Siham side, all of the neutrals,
Right.
and this is the Elicia side with all the vibrant color.
Reminds me of me and my mom.
The battle of the fabrics. But we have a great bridging fabric here because it's got, you know, these brown branches, and then we have the soft blues. All these prints could work together as pillows in the room because they're in the same tones. So most of these fabrics are green.
Yes, and we even have something that's a hemp blend
Okay.
with recycled polyester.
I think it's good that we're going more on the casual side than silks, not
Yes.
so much glamour.
No, because they like those really lived-in pieces.
Yeah, I think this is gonna work.
With our fabrics locked, Julia can now hunt for the right chairs to tie in our coastal look.
Look at that view. Holy moly, I'm jealous. I want to be part of the family.
Welcome.
I'll start with the floor plan. What I've done is I've centered the entertaining area around that gorgeous fireplace. I want to tuck the TV on top of the shelves. I don't want that to be like a real focus in the room. And then on this end of the room, that's your side, Elicia. So it's a large harvest table. Here you can play a game of cards. You can have friends over, have a pizza. You can have
I
a
know we didn't
meal
make
there
it
even
easy
if
for
you were-
Samantha, but actually everything
Everything.
we asked for,
Is
she
there.
had it there. In particular, I like that she put the table here for my husband for his artwork because of the light.
Excellent. This is the part that I love. We're taking our decorating cue from the lake.
I can see that. So which one of these are you thinking for the sofa?
Most of these are pillows, but this was the fabric I was thinking for the sofa. It's called Flowering Tree. We wanted to have some vibrant color. That's for you, Elicia, but I also wanted it to be tempered by, you know, the neutrals. And that's for you, Siham.
Thank you. So you're making us both happy.
Seeming to be easy.
As well as my husband and my son. I think they're gonna like that very much.
Good. I'm glad you like all the fabrics, but the key to your family room, I think, is paint. It's what's going to transform the space. Woodlawn blue. That's what I'd like to use on the ceiling. Yeah. You said you were open to painting the brick. So what I would like to do is to paint it in this soft, soft white.
Okay.
And finally, these are some ottomans that Julia sourced. They stack, and you can use them as a side table. And then she also found, dun 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 dun,
Nice.
a beautiful striped wing chair. This is a vintage piece. I thought,
can see.
Yeah,
Yes.
old look.
we'll fix that up for
No, I
sure.
like that.
Oh, you
Okay.
like it? Then we'll leave that beaten up look. I like it too.
I like it like that.
Okay.
I'm really excited, actually.
That's what I like to hear.
This is gonna be the room to use in the house.
Definitely.
It's amazing what a fresh coat of paint can do. Lightening up the brick will make this room feel bigger and brighter.
Hi.
Hey.
Wow, what a difference primer makes. All the yellow's gone.
No kidding.
Julie, I don't think I've ever seen you use a
I know,
sander.
look at me go. I'm gonna refinish the frame of the chairs.
Siham and Elicia love that worn-in look. Maybe clean up the, the little nicks and
dents.
things like that, but that's about it, really.
Yeah.
I need to show you something over here.
Okay.
The problem we have is down here on the foundation wall. What I found is some evidence of some moisture damage.
This looks terrible.
It's not good, really. Moisture has degraded the mortar, and it's all coming out. It's turned it into sand.
This isn't a good thing.
No, no. Well, what I'm going to do here is some tuck pointing. So that's putting new mortar in here. It's going to be way stronger than it is now. It isn't, however, going to fix the water issue.
Right.
Ultimately, it really needs to get fixed outside.
Right.
Keep that water out. Maybe they want to talk to a waterproofing contractor.
So, we'll talk to Siham and Elicia, but you're essentially saying to me nothing to be alarmed about.
We found this problem, and we'll be able to fix it.
Phew.
This rec room was a bit of a wreck.
The mortar turned into sand.
This isn't a good thing.
No.
And while the men of the house are away, we're helping the women create a multi-purpose room that brings the outdoors in.
We're taking our decorating cue from the lake.
With a stunning landscape and a view of the water for inspiration, I'm off to find a statement piece that will really bring the outdoors in. Sculptor Camigiri Martin's arresting spheres called Sanctuary are made of bronze cast twigs that look deceptively real.
I like to work in 3 dimensions. My work with branches is a new phenomena. It's very much about nature. It's getting in tune with nature. It's about the environment and showing the strengths of our forests and yet the very fragile nature of it.
Hi, Sam, come on in.
This is where it all happens.
This is where it all happens. This is my studio.
This is beautiful. Can I touch this?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't hurt that. That's bronze.
This is the piece that I came for. Oh, they're very tactile. I have to say, all you want to do is go in and touch them, and they look so delicate.
They're pretty strong. Bronze, it's an ancient art. It's lasted for thousands and thousands of years.
How do you get it to look so real?
I start with natural branches, and then I
create molds of the branches. You can see all the detail left in the mold. There, that's a good cast.
How do you get this to be round?
branches don't behave themselves.
Right.
So I create these in wax. Then we dip it in some warm water. So now we're gonna bring it over to here.
It's very pliable now.
Get those ends, hold it into place.
Okay, I can
while
do that.
I get the hot knife.
I love watching the wax melt. It's like chocolate.
It's forming a bond there. Once it's all completed, we take this to the foundry. That's where they melt the bronze, create the ceramic shell, pour it into the ceramic shell, and create the piece. I call it sanctuary because it's the branches that surround the world and that protect us.
One of the things the family asked me to do was to make sure this room was a space that brought them all together, to create a real sanctuary. Your piece is going to be just ideal.
Perfect piece of art? Check. Now it's on to the furniture. Our secondhand finds are going coastal with a splash of color. And it's blue skies ahead as we wrap the ceiling in a cool hue. And refinishing the hearth of this home will enhance the room's focal point.
The brick has been painted in a soft white, and that completely refreshes the space. And in keeping with our nature-inspired theme, the ceiling was painted in a soft blue. It makes it feel like it's a sky and that the ceilings are much higher. I can see that Christian has finished repairing the mortar. It looks so much better now that it's got a coat of paint. I spoke to Siham. She's going to speak to a waterproofing contractor. That way there are no problems down the road. Christian has been busy working away on these shelves, and he's assembled 3 completely. This one is a work in progress. But now he's going to have to just use a couple tricks to make them look like they're built-in.
To make these look like they're custom built-in units, what I'm proposing is something very simple. Got a piece of pine. We're just gonna slide right in here, and that will help me fasten these units together. And what we're looking for is to match this whitewash finish we have here. First thing I'm gonna do is just moisten the surface and get it ready to really soak in that whitewash finish. The whitewash is simply a mix of water and primer, about 50-50. This could be any white paint you have. Primer's better. It really likes to get into the grain quite nicely. You can reapply until you get the whitewash that matches the existing furniture. A piece of blocking for the back end, the nice pretty piece that's been whitewashed for the front. Now I'm just gonna double check that the reveal is consistent all the way up this edge. That's 3/8 of an inch. It's the same right there. That looks like it needs to come forward just a little bit. When that's filled with books, it's gonna look like custom millwork that's been here forever.
The recreation room that no one used
It's dark and no one wants to be there.
is going East Coast with an eco twist.
I love watching wax melt. It's like chocolate. The fireplace is typically the focus of the room, and there are many, many ways that you can style your mantle. I'm going to show you two different ways, symmetrical and asymmetrical. I'm going to start with asymmetrical. I love putting candles on the mantle. They just give a great warm glow in the evening. And then I'm going to layer in some art. Leaning paintings instead of hanging them plays into the casual look that we're going for in Siham and Elicia's space. Just a hit of glam. I could throw in a few more books, but I'm liking the varying heights of our asymmetrical arrangement. Symmetry, on the other hand, really works in spaces that have perfect architecture. It's controlled, perfect, classic. The easiest way to create symmetry is to take two identical objects and put one on either side of a center object. The candles are working just like a scale. They're in perfect balance with one another, but because the items are so casual, they work with the relaxed feeling in the room. And the symmetry brings a sense of order and calmness to the space.
The dark rec room was not living up to its potential. So we took our cues from the view and created a beautiful beach-inspired room. And the uninviting space this family rarely entered is now an eco-friendly spot they won't want to leave.
I love it. I am speechless. Absolutely speechless. What a transformation!
I wanted to jump up and down.
And you forgot how the other room looked like.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're happy.
I thought the ceiling color was a big shock. It made it more of a nature feel, like the sky is on top of you. And
Look at Daddy's
Dad. Oh, he's going to love it.
Once we painted the brick in the soft white color, they were just so much fresher and airier down here. Took away those tall bookcases because I wanted you to be able to see the beauty of the brick, and so the lower bookcases work much better. And then Christian, in order to make them look built in, he just added in a piece here. Now you've got two walls of bookcases.
It's the perfect family room. It is. I think we're going to spend a lot of time here. I can't wait to go sit on that sofa, though, to see how comfortable.
You want to test drive it?
Yes. Are you ready?
I am ready. How is it? Perfect. I think you could seat 4 people on this easily.
No pizza, no nothing in this area.
You have to live in this space. Everything is slip covered, so you can launder it.
Then we can have a party.
Can I tell you about this table? $12.
No.
Really?
$12 for the rattan base. We had a new piece of glass cut. This is what brings energy to the room, is this splash of color.
And I like it with the rattan and the upholstery there. Perfect.
The fireplace is the focus of this room. Like, that's the showstopper. But then you have the television.
That's my showstopper.
It's the perfect chair for this place.
Looks brand new.
Looks
Original
Yeah.
upholstery.
Wow.
And then we left the patina on the front of the legs.
Really nice.
These branch balls are called sanctuary. The sanctuary is supposed to be like a canopy that protects the earth.
I really love these. The sanctuary was definitely my favorite accessory. It really brought together the idea of the family room in the basement.
Maybe we should call this room our sanctuary.
Our sanctuary.
Room.
Oh, I love it. This is the games area. And as you can see, there's lots of seating here.
You already have chess, we play cards, we play Scrabble.
You can have a tournament.
Exactly.
I think that this room is really gonna bring the family together, which we haven't had in a really long time.
It's fabulous.
I still don't even know what to say, but I'm so grateful. Very grateful. Thank you.
The mood is more of serenity, calm. It has this outdoor feeling to it.
It's hard to imagine that this was once wasted space, but we saw the potential.
The updated family room, which is bright and airy, is now going to be a place where everyone wants to hang out. But there's not a chance they're going to have to knock down this wall.
They would never knock down this wall. This wall's holding
Not
up
knock
the house.
down the wall, but your glasses are totally fogged up. Are these expensive? They must be. They're like pop bottles.